Hi, everybody. Welcome in, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. The sun is out bright today, so I had to pull my curtain over so it doesn't blind the camera. Um, I've been doing a lot of things this morning, just chores and things I needed to do. I can't seem to get warmed up today for some reason, so I'm glad the sun is out. I hope you're all doing well. It is Friday, November 15th, and this is the day of the full supermoon in Taurus. This is a frost moon or a beaver moon. So I'm in the energies of the moon. I've meditated on that, thought about that, written down some notes regarding the full moon. I'm in kind of a, I don't know how to say it, not nostalgia, kind of a softer space today because a friend of the family that passed away early, only 55, his service is tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be attending, but I had to make out some, sympathy cards this morning. The cat is in this room meowing her head off, and she hardly ever comes in here. I don't know what she's trying to say, but anyway, so I've had kind of a not. I don't view death the same as some people do. Probably a lot of people that are going to that service because I know that it's a transition, and I know that when our souls cross over, it's not anything to be sad about. We're sad because we miss the person being here physically, but it's not when we can wrap our heads around it. And I'm sure if I lost my father or my husband, it would be very difficult to deal with. But at any rate, I had to get those cards done, and it's really hard to find the right words to say to somebody. So I was doing that this morning and meditating and thinking, and then I got into what am I going to read on today, and my guides gave me, well, this is a full moon, so here we are. So full supermoon, this is the last supermoon of the year, where the moon is closer, so it just looks brighter and bigger and more brilliant, and I just really love that. The frost moon, because obviously Native Americans gave moons these names, and frost moon because it gets frosty at this time of year, beaver moon because beavers start prepping for winter. So full moon is in Taurus. This is the opposite of Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. So we had a new moon in Taurus back on May 8th. So whatever started for you in May is kind of coming to culmination now, today in this full moon. So try to think back about what was going on for you in May. What were you thinking of? What were you trying to accomplish? And what has happened from May to now? So, 6 months basically. What has been happening for you, and look back on that and just reflect on it, think about it, and decide what you want your intentions to be, for this full moon and for going forward for the next 30 days or so. So the full moon being in Taurus, it can bring the wanting of breaking old patterns, especially in relationships. Um, Scorpio being the opposite, Scorpio being emotional, mysterious, and transformative. This is a good time for those transformative things to happen and for us to intend that. So if your relationship, needs a little spark, this is a good time to bring that in, right? There's going to be lots of passion in different ways because Taurus is very grounded, right? The very earthy sign, so it's a little bit different feeling than Scorpio, but they're together in this full moon energy, right? So yeah, we can have that contrast between the Taurus earthy, practical, down to earth sense, and then that Scorpio transformative, mysterious, emotional energy. So just be aware of that as you're going about your day. All right, there could be some kind of conflicting feelings around those things. Now, before I turned on the camera, I just like to sit and meditate with my guides and talk to my guides and, shuffling the cards, a couple of different decks, asking for, some messages for us around this full moon. And it just really, I was like, oh, I should have had the camera on. But sometimes it's just I'm kind of slowly going through it. I don't want that to be on camera because you'll probably be bored. But you can see here the cards that came out. 2 stag cards came out, right? Leadership, 2 cards of leadership. So the first card that came out from the Starry Beginnings by Cassie White is a 39. This is a 12, which pairs down to a 3, right? Spend time on you and balance yourself. Great message to have, right? Because we just talked about the kind of conflicting energies between Taurus and Scorpio and how that may affect us. So we're going to need to remember to be in balance. Time to move on. Flow with the river and see where it takes you. And that almost looks like a stag or a deer, right? It's just, you can't make this stuff up. It's so amazing to me. But yeah, time to move on from whatever is stagnant they're giving me in your relationships, right? What's going on in your relationships? And do you need a spark? Do you need something different? Do you need to change it up a little bit? Surprise your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend with something a little different this full moon, right? The next card is from the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. This is also a 39. Can't make this stuff up, right? 39 reduces to a 3. Creation, collaboration, the Holy Trinity, the connection between mind, body, and spirit. Look at that beautiful card, and I'll get the book out in a few minutes. So we have 39, 39. Oh, this was a 42, which is a 6, the time to move on. That's harmony. 6, harmony, nostalgia, right? Childlike innocence. And then we have the Stag card from the Wisdom of Avalon. This is pride and leadership. This is number 17, which is 8, which is infinity, which is mastery, right? So these 2 Stag cards are kind of a little bit different looking. This Stag is kind of looking at contemplation, introspectiveness. This Stag is kind of, calling out, up on his mountaintop. So a little bit different energies there. I like it. I like it. So we have the 2 Stags. All right, let's see. Let's see. Avalon and Sacred Forest. Let's see what these Stag messages are. Yeah. I'm just taking it in. I'm just asking Spirit. And what they're giving me is, stags, as anything and anyone, we have 2 different sides to our personalities. We use what we need when we need it, depending on the circumstance. Thank you, Spirit. So, yeah, we can have 2 different sides of ourselves, and sometimes we need to call on whichever one, is needed at the time. So, Stag spirit, leadership. The spirit of the Stag says you inspire others to greater heights. Step into leadership in your life. You are a beacon for others. Shine in your own life. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah, and we had this spend time on you, balancing yourself. I love how Spirit just can tie all things together. Be gentle with yourself and others. However, do not play small. Take action. This is your time to step up. This is your time to step up. Such a beautiful, glorious, glowing Stag there. I love that. Okay, now let's see in the Wisdom of Avalon deck. 17. The Stag, pride and leadership. There goes my cat again. The stag leads you out of both difficult places into the kind pride that reminds you that you're always in service to the god and goddess in every step you take. You may already be there, in which case you should be proud and happy. Look how far you've come. And we were just talking about from May to November, right? Rejoice, for the stag always leads you to a higher place with a sure and steady footing. Yeah. So going forward, right? Looking back to see how far you have come. When the stag appears on your path, he tells you to take pride in all that you do. There's nothing wrong with being proud of how far you've come and what you've done. Obviously, the old saying, pride goeth before a fall. We're not talking about that kind of pride, right? We're talking about the pride that you have on how far you've come on your own journey, right? That's kind of what we're talking about here. That's what Spirit is giving me. Okay, so we're going to, no, all right. I thought they wanted me to go with the Journey to Oz and Wonderland, but they're pointing me, maybe we'll get to that one after, but now they're pointing me toward the Pendragon King Arthur deck for some reason. So let's see where we're going with this. Stag, leadership. Yeah, we need to take our leadership very seriously, because you are always influencing others around you, whether it be your spouse, your children, your co-workers, your friends. There's the people that are in your life, right? So, we want to be really careful about when we are in that leadership role, that we are having a lot of integrity, right? We want to be very integrity focused. We want to be honest. Hold on a second. My sleeves are getting in the way. My cat is, I don't know what she's doing. She's making a lot of noise out there. Okay. Okay, Spirit. What do we have here? What do we have? Just looked at the camera clock and it was 12:20. 12 minutes, 20 seconds. 1220. All right, Spirit. What do you have for a message for us regarding the full moon? Oh my gosh. Okay, that one really flung out. Okay, let's get these in order. So with this full moon, right, remember that it could be a time for change and transformation. That Scorpio season coming in, that opposite of Taurus, right? Remember to balance yourself between, the Taurus and Scorpio energies, okay? Spend time on you. This is very important. What do you want? What are your goals, right? What makes you happy? What makes your soul sing, right? Yeah, spend time on you. How do you want to be known, or what type of leader do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known for the kind, caring leadership skills? Do you want to be known as that go-getter who is very focused? And what kind of leadership skills do you want to portray, right? Okay. Let's see. Ace of Cups. The Tower. That is, definitely change and transformation. Nine of Wands. That's a wounded healer, it can be. But it is also a lot of work that you've put in. Ten of Swords. What's coming to an end, right? And then the Six of Cups. We were just talking about that. Talking about, this 42 being a 6 and nostalgia, childhood innocence, and then that, gosh, I'm so chilled. I have a heater on behind me and my hands are freezing. And then we have Temperance, balance. Wow. Oh my gosh. Spirit. Yeah. Balance yourself. We begin with balance, we end with balance with this grouping of cards. I mean, what Spirit is just so amazing. Okay. So, full moon energies. Ace of Cups. This is nurturing. This is loving. This is, they just wanted to point out Lotus. Okay, so even though this is a watercolor, we have lotuses here. This is what Spirit is giving me, Lotus. We also have the lotus here. Now, what do we know about the lotus? The lotus has to come up out of the mud, up through the water, up to the surface. This is like a progress and a process that takes time, right? So we need to think about that. We need to think about what have we done from May to November. This is what they're kind of giving me. What has been the lotus for you? What has been that lotus energy for you over the past 6 months coming up to now? Okay, so Ace of Cups. This is new beginning, right? In nurturing. It can be in love and romance, but it is a loving, nurturing new beginning. That's what they're giving me, right, for that card. And then we have this Tower. Okay. A Tower moment is challenging, to say the least. Change is always challenging, right? So there could be on this full moon, on or abouts within this energy, the next week or so, a Tower moment that's going to bring about change. And what Spirit is giving me is that you could be creating your own Tower moment with this message, with the change that you want to bring, with the leadership style that you want to bring, right? We don't have to let the Tower moments happen to us. Sometimes we create that with what we're changing, with our new beginnings, right? With moving on from things. We're creating that Tower energy in our life. And I just love that. I've never had that message before with the Tower card, and I always trust my guides. So what is it that you're bringing about in your own life that you're moving on from? Are old belief systems, old tapes playing in your head, old world views, whatever it is for you that you're bringing out with this Tower moment, good for you, right? Change is always good. We cannot evolve without change. I say that all the time. My guides say that through me all the time. Then we have this Nine of Wands. In this deck, it definitely looks like a wounded warrior. He has put all the work in with those 8 wands behind him. He's got that one wand in his hand. He is coming out of all of this hard work. Definitely wounded, but he's coming out of it nonetheless, right? So maybe from May to now, you have had some challenges, right, that you've had to go through. Some things you've had to wrap up, they're giving me. Some things you've had to take care of. Some things you've had to move on from. And maybe you're having a hard time letting go of it and leaving it behind, okay? But tonight, with this full moon, or whenever you watch this, because the full moon energies will be around for days, really think about moving forward, right? Really thinking about time to move on, flowing with the river, seeing where it takes you, okay? Think about that stag spirit. Call on that. I always think of Harry Potter too, because of the what was that called? His Patronus, the stag, the white stag. And then after the Nine of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords. She's laying up on shore with all those swords. This is thoughts, conversations. This is words, okay? So she is lying up on the shore on a rock. She is unharmed by the swords, but they are all around her, okay? So this is either what you've been telling yourself or what somebody else has been trying to get you to believe about yourself, your situation, what you want to do, where you want to be, right? With all of these tens of swords, all of these 10 swords around her, but not piercing her. One of them is caught in her hair is kind of caught up in some of those swords. I'm just noticing that. Now, the other thing they're pointing out is that this side is blue, this side is yellowy orange, and this card has both blue and orange in it. Balance once again with this Temperance card. So with that Ten of Swords card, Spirit, they're giving me a couple things. One message is You're tired of hearing the same old thing from someone. Maybe it's time to move on from that person, or tell that person, listen, I don't want to talk about this with you anymore, or I want to move on from this, and be the leader in that conversation. Okay, if it's your own thoughts, you also need to be the leader of that. You're the only one who can change those thoughts, right? This full moon is going to bring up a lot of emotion, right? It's going to bring up a lot of thoughts. It's going to bring up what we've been doing for the past 6 months. It's going to bring up change, right, with this Tower moment. Now, the Tower moment, nope, I was going to go back to the traditional, and my guides are saying, no, we're talking about each of you individually with your own Tower moment of whether it's your beliefs, whether it's work that you've put in, whether it's this new beginning, nurturing beginning, whether it's believing in yourself, stepping up to be the leader. But this is your Tower moment. This is you creating this. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This is a very different energy that I feel in today's reading. Maybe it's because of the energy I was feeling before the reading, but they're giving me, like, typically the messages come in strong and fast, and it's hard for me to keep up. This energy is very calming. It's very neutral. It's very balanced. It's hard for me to, I'm sure you can tell in my inflection, in the way that my voice is, that the energy around this full moon reading is very different. So the next card is that Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is childhood innocence. This is thinking back about all the good times, right? So this could be when you're thinking about May to November, remembering all of the good things that happened to you. Thank you, Spirit. So in this reading today for this full moon, what they want you to do is remember, if you have a journal, which I hope you do, they want you to look back to May. Look back. What were you talking about, thinking about? Kind of skim over your journal from May to now. What has been happening? Look in your Google Calendar. What was on there from May to now? What did you do? What have you done? Think about it in a loving, nurturing way, looking back at it to nurture yourself, okay, with how far you've come and what you've been able to do. And then lastly, we have the Temperance card, the Balance card. And I love this card. It's so beautiful in this deck. It's almost like she's in a well that's underwater. She looks kind of mermaidy with her hair kind of floating. She has this dog with her. It looks like she's pouring a jug into the well, right? But balance, okay? Perfect balance with that Temperance card. This can also represent Sagittarius. We're coming up on Sagittarius season very soon. Okay, so overall, what we've had now, spending time on yourself to balance yourself, right? Moving on from some things, going with the flow, having the Stag, the leadership spirit, the pride in how far you've come, right? Being open to that new nurturing part of yourself, nurturing yourself, balancing yourself, spending time on yourself. And this is very important, right? This full moon is coming up right before all of this holiday hustle and bustle. And I think I mentioned this in one of my readings previously, that we want to not lose sight of how important and crucial it is to stay grounded, right? That Taurus energy, to nurture and take care of ourselves, right? And to transform with that Scorpio energy and that Tower, right? So remembering that you can get through it. You can get through anything. You have the leadership skills. You have the strength to do this, right? 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, getting through it. Walking through that energy. Walking through that energy and remembering to balance all of that out with that Temperance card. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a great message for this full Beaver Frost moon, super moon. And I hope that all of you are going to be able to spend some time doing some moon gazing, right? If it's cloudy where you, I noticed the moon yesterday. In fact, I took a picture of it, but the picture didn't come out. I may post it in the community page, but the picture didn't come out, I mean, half as brilliant as what I could see. But as I pulled into my driveway, the moon was right in between two trees. And this was at about, what was it, like 4:30 yesterday. And I think the full moon is supposed to be around 4:28 or 4:29 today. So a full 24 hours before the full supermoon, I was already seeing it. I was already drawn to it, right? Okay. So Journey to Wonderland, Journey to Oz and Wonderland. Beautiful deck. I've seen one other reader with this deck, and I'm so happy that I've seen somebody else with it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay, Spirit, from this deck, what messages do you want to add to what we already have about the nurturing, right? The leadership, the Stag, the transformation, the Tower. What from this deck can we add to this? What can we add to this? What can we add to this? I do have my 2 reading giveaway video up. To enter it, you just have to go to the video and put an emoji in the comments. It's going on until Monday. You can put an emoji in every single day. You can have, well, now probably 4 entries, right? 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, because it's ending on the 18th at 5 p.m. So if you'd like to get a free reading over Zoom with me, please go over to that video. Incidentally, in the video, the 5 was mentioned a couple of times, and then the video ended up being 5 minutes and 55 seconds long, which I thought was hilarious. 5, change, right? The number of change. Huh. Oh, just when I thought nothing was going to come out, there it goes. Anything else, Spirit, you'd like out of this deck? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what we have. All right, first card out is the 4 of Pentacles. I love this card. I love everything to do with the Wizard of Oz, except the flying monkeys. The Wicked Witch's Possessions. Okay, so this is a card about what you keep and what you give, okay? It's not just material possessions, though, so it's also your energy, your time, your love, your patience. They're giving me a lot of words now. What do you keep for yourself to nurture yourself, right? Balancing yourself, right? We can't give away too much because then we deplete all of our energy. And we want to make sure that we're in a good balance, right, between what we give and what we keep. Then we have the Devil. This is Capricorn's energy, right? The Queen of Hearts. Also a beautiful card. But this is reminding us not to be obsessive, addictive with different things in our life. And what's coming to mind is not obsessing over the holidays, basically. And we've already had this message once, but apparently they feel like it's important. Not obsessing about how clean is my house? What is the menu? Is everybody going to be happy? How many gifts did I give each person? How much money did I spend? They don't want you to get caught up in that, right? It also is Capricorn's card. So we have the card of cards of progression as far as the zodiac goes, because Sagittarius season is next, and then Capricorn season follows that. Okay, so how will we progress, right? And so at this full moon, please set the intention to stay balanced in yourself, to stay balanced in your own soul, but also to stay balanced with your holiday prepping. Thank you, Spirit. Then we have the 8 of Cups. This is a wish upon a star. This is Dorothy. She is leaving. This is an emotional leaving. In the movie, she leaves to save Toto from Mrs. Gulch, right? Elmira Gulch, or whatever her name was, who ends up being the Wicked Witch of the West in the, her dream state or whatever. But this 8 of Cups is an emotional walking away, right? And sometimes we do need to do that. Sometimes there are things going on in and around us, and we just need to be able to close those doors, okay? So this full moon in Taurus and Scorpio is a perfect time to assess, right? We need to move on. We need to be leaders of our own lives. We need to have that tower moment of transformation. And I'm getting goosebumps all over right now that some of us really, with this Nine of Wands and this Ten of Swords, there are things that we need to leave behind and say goodbye to, and it's okay. Wrap it up with a bow and send it on its way to the universe. Send it out with healing and with love, right? Don't hang on to those things. Then we have the Empress, which is Ozma of Oz. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. The Empress is the energy of all four queens, right? And I love that because it's balancing all of the energies, right? Of cups with love, of swords with words and thoughts, of pentacles with career and money and finance, and with wands, with fiery passion, right? This Empress in this reading, what Spirit is giving me is another message about balance, right? The Empress is like Mother Nature, Mother Earth, grounding yourself. Another message there about grounding, okay? So, yeah, we need to stay grounded and balanced in this upcoming season. This full moon on November 15th, right before the holiday season, is a very important time to balance that, okay? And then we have the Nine of Cups, the Wizard's accolades, the Nine of Cups. Look at him. He's holding like a potion, and there are sparkles coming out of his cup. Now, in this card, and what they're giving me is so funny. Your potion is actually your intention, right? Your potion is your intention. What is your intention when it comes to this holiday season and what's coming up? Okay, now they want me to lay these out, I guess, a little bit differently. Sorry, guys. I do what they ask me to do. Okay, so, sorry. They want us to see this message, I guess, a little bit differently. Oops. Okay. So your elixir, they're saying, is coming from your soul, from your gut, from your feelings, right? Your elixir, this Nine of Cups, what you are creating, the balance you're creating, the nurturing you're creating, what you're doing in your soul, and how you are going to move forward, right? With leadership, with change, with balance, with going with the flow, not getting caught up into things, making sure that you are saving enough for yourself, right? Not getting obsessed over gifts and food and menus and all of this. Being able to emotionally separate yourself from certain things. Thank you, Spirit. And then that Empress, all the queens, all that energy, all balancing out nicely. Temperance, balancing. That Nine of Cups. You being your own potion, you being your own elixir in this. Oh my gosh, I just love this. Okay. What do we want, Spirit? We want, okay, one more card from this deck. Okay. What is going to be the last card from the Journey Through Oz and Wonderland? Journey to Oz and Wonderland, excuse me. Wow. Okay. One more card. What is it going to be? This will be the last tarot. And then we'll see if they want any other oracle cards for this full moon in Taurus, opposite of Scorpio. I think this has been a advice-packed message that Spirit has given us about staying balanced, about nurturing ourselves, about going with the flow, about leaving those old beliefs and old things behind, about you know, the wounded warrior, the nine of wands, about the love in the Nine of Cups, about Queen of Pentacles. Oh man, I really don't like the way that card looks, but okay. And with that Ten of Swords energy, like not letting our thoughts get caught up in us, not letting attacks in, just being able to brush that off, right? Being able to stay balanced and brush that off. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is the Duchess. She it's kind of a funny card because she's holding a baby pig and I have no idea why. I don't even think the message talks about it. But she has gold thing all around, in her hair, in her jewelry, on her clothing. Remember that the Queen of Pentacles is the master of her money. She is the master of her money. She is the master of her environment. Oh my God, Spirit, thank you so much. Thank you. This is exactly the message that we need, because this is all what we have been talking about, is you being the master of your own environment, your own energy, right? Knowing what to keep, what to give, being the master of that. And I kind of do like that, even though Pentacles is representative of earth sign, career, money, material things, she is holding a baby, even though it's a baby pig, so not forgetting about the nurturing side of things, right? Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, what Spirit, do you want any other oracle cards? What would you like? Okay. Gordon Smith, Healing Spirits. This message is lovely. I love it. I'm going to definitely go back and listen to this, because while I'm in channeling mode and I'm doing it, I miss a lot of things. I often go back and listen to the messages, because it's not a message from me, Lisa. It's a message from my guides and the Spirit, and sometimes your guides. I have no doubt that there are sometimes people that need to hear this messages, and their guides are up there as well, you know, pointing out what we need to do. Okay, so Healing Spirits by Gordon Smith. What is the card that we would like to see, or you would like to show us? Jeepers creepers. To overcome, you first have to climb. 37, that's a 10. Yeah. I mean, it's so true, right? To overcome something, we have to face it, and we have to climb out of it. And the card is gorgeous. It's that soul walking up those steps into the light. That beautiful energy. Look at that gorgeous, fiery, passionate energy. To overcome, we first have to climb, meaning we have to decide that there is something that we do need to climb away from. They're giving me climb away from, like the walking through the Nine of Wands. Walking away with the Eight of Cups, standing up from that Ten of Swords, right? Being our own elixir with that Nine of Cups. I just love this. All right, Magical Times by Jody Bergsma. Wow, Spirit, you have a lot to say today. This full moon in Taurus, full frost moon, full beaver moon, I want to give the Native Americans credit for that, is high energy, guys. High energy, right? Please, please take some time to think about it. Take some time, even if it's a 3-minute meditation. Connect with that moon energy, right? Connect with the energy of nurturing your soul, of letting go, right? Of staying in balance. Nurturing, letting go, staying in balance. Oh my gosh, I love that. Jeepers creepers. Power. Oh my. Yeah, we can't forget how powerful we are. This is all 4 elements, right? This is white dragons, white dragon power. There are 4 white dragons in the card, and the 4 elements are there, right? Look, call upon the elements. Focus your intentions. The greatest dragon is within you. Yeah, the greatest dragon, the greatest queen, right? The greatest, the greatest empress. The greatest empress, the greatest queen, the greatest dragon. These are all within you, right? As well as the wizard. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. I love this for you and for all of us. Don't forget your power. You have the power within you for everything. All four queens, the power is within you. Okay. As always, I am going to end with an animal oracle. Use that power of the moon, okay? Use the power of that Taurus moon. Call it in, right? Figure out what it is that you need to leave behind. Figure out your nurturing. Don't get caught up, as that devil card. Don't get caught up in all the trappings of the holiday season, but instead enjoy the nurturing of yourself, the nurturing of your family, the nurturing of your loved ones. Just enjoy the nurturing part of the season, right? Enjoy the nurturing part of the season and this full moon. Now, the next full moon is going to be December 15th, right before the Christmas season, okay? So let's embrace the nurturing of Thanksgiving and be grateful, grateful, grateful. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Spirit. Be grateful. If you don't have a journal, if you don't have a gratitude journal, just start one, right? Pick up, I don't know, some Post-it notes, whatever you have around the house, and just start thinking about what you are grateful for, right? Another dragon, another white dragon. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so the first card to come out, Tiger, fire, just like this, right? To overcome, you have to climb. You have to make that decision. Sorry, I didn't realize that you couldn't see. If I do this, I'll probably mess the whole dang thing up. Well, that's a little better, but why is it so dark now? Oh, for heaven's sakes. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to make it so that you could see the... Okay. Sorry. Don't know why I'm having such a problem. Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. There's that power word again. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. This is the weirdest thing with this lighting. What happens if I let... No, that makes it worse. Okay, well, Tiger, fire. Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. I've really goofed up for the end of this. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, jeepers creepers. I hope you can see the card. Here we go. Good luck. That's a beautiful fiery card as well. Tiger, fire, and the ladybug with all that red fire matching. Take the step, right? Dragon, supernatural. And this is another white dragon. So you have 5 white dragons in this reading. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Now, the shape-shifting thing, I've often said that's like adapting to your different, adapting to the different situations that you're in, right? And I feel like we had that in one of these cards, but man, I'm not going to probably be able to remember. Adapting to situations, adapting. Power, supernatural, call upon the elements, right? I love this. Okay, guys, I truly hope that you have enjoyed this message. I apologize. I don't know what is going on with the lighting. The light when I'm sitting here, this is all lit up, but when I'm looking at the camera, it looks like it's dark for you, and I apologize. But I truly hope that you do get out into this full moon magic, and set your intentions and just have a good time, right? Have a good time. Be that beautiful, wonderful leader that has integrity, okay? I do love you all. Peace and kindness every single day.